a teenage boy because he didn't know, and that it was him discovering this racism and him discovering the racism within himself that he didn't even know existed. I thought that was such a clever storyline.
And the person with the wisdom was Hoke,
who had so many of his own demons.
He had his own demons, but he was like the sage of the story. He listens to people's problems, he gives them advice, and he shares his wisdom and keeps his own demons inside.
And you just have to wonder, Hoke almost made himself into that person. Once he went on this journey, which we can't talk too much about, you'll have to read the book to find out, he picked this family to change himself.
As kind of a atonement.
And the journals that he kept. He got his demons out by writing them down.
Yeah.
It was all tied so well together where we find out all about Hoke's demons, how he met Emma and Boady Sanders.
After you got so far in the book and you looked back at some of the things that had happened, I thought it was kind of appropriate the way that Thomas and Boady met, how they collided together. It was really kind of foretelling that they met accidentally, then they kind of meshed. I loved that beginning part of the story, how they're on the log, and at first he's like, well, this is my log. I could so picture it. You know, these small towns, and there was nothing else to do.
But the other interesting twist to that was that the Elgin family came from the city. So Thomas was not going out to go fishing, and he was kind of bored with the town. Well, this is what we do here. And Thomas is like, really? This is all you got?
Yeah.
So he was the more worldly of the two.
And Boady wanted to be part of that world. He didn't like his life in the country.
Just very, very well put together, well thought out.
And the mystery was a good one. It wasn't the whole book.
And the way it was wrapped up in the end was satisfying.
Oh, was it ever?
One of the characters I really liked in the book, he was one of Jarvis's crew. They called him Beef. He wasn't on board with all the violence and the racism.
He went along, but he
didn't, because he didn't know how to pull himself out of it.
Right.
In these small towns, you're not exposed to a lot of people, so you're with a group. You want to be part of that group. You may not agree with what they do, and I think all of us have experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if we should be doing this.
Yeah. But you're not going to be the one to say, no.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a satisfying read.
I would definitely say if you've never read Alan Eskens, this is the one to jump into.
Yes.
All of his books are good. I've read every single one of them, and he does a good job of evoking emotion in all of them, but this one to the nth degree.
Yes.
Trivia. Last week's question was, which famous author had his first job as a department store Santa Claus? A. Jonathan Kellerman, B. Mark Pryor, C. Simon Brett, or D. Rex Stout? The answer is D. Rex Stout. For 7 weeks in 1967, Stout was employed as Father Christmas in the department store Shiners of Sutton. This week's question is, which mystery author was a cater waiter for Martha Stewart? A. Liz Freeland, B. Leslie Karst, C. Ellen Byron, or D. Becky Clark? Good luck. We thank you for listening and that you will join us next time.
You can visit our website at darkstormybc.com. You can find our email there where you can send us your recommendations or reviews. You can also sign up for our newsletter there. You can listen to every single one of our episodes. We'd love you to do that.
So remember,
life would be boring without a little mystery.
bye.
Bye.